Good morning, afternoon or evening scale fans. We are back with another kit review. This time it's the 1/35th scale Tamiya Tiger 1. As always, the review will be split into 4 parts: detail, quality, value for money and experience. There are several kits to the Tamiya Tiger 1 series, all of which share a lot of the same parts. Small changes include the tracks, wheels and air filters. For this review, I will be focusing on the late and early variant, as they are the ones I have built so far. First, we look at the box for the late variant. It has the classic Tamiya box art, but on a goldish background. The paint schemes are from the Battle of Normandy and the Eastern Front. Inside, we find the sprues individually wrapped in plastic for protection. The first one is the main deck and gun components. Nothing crazy, but being a Tamiya kit, the molding is incredibly clean, and zero flash whatsoever. Next is some smaller components such as the 2-piece barrel, tow cables and stowage box. In this packet contains all the drivetrain components. Being the late variant, this comes with the steel rim wheels rather than the rubber ones. Next is the 1-piece hull section that is fairly standard on most Tamiya kits. Final plastic parts are the individual track links. Whilst they lack in detail, you are at least able to replicate the track sag that was commonplace on these big cats. The instructions are your typical old-school Tamiya foldy outie boy. Whilst they may be old, they are incredibly clear and easy to follow, and the brief history at the front is a nice touch. You get a paint guide sheet for the Normandy campaign paint scheme, with the markings shown for the Michael Wittmann's last tank, 007. It's not the clearest, especially being in black and white. Finally, the tech tips showing how to apply Zimmerit, also decals for 3 tank options. Now for the early variant, this one has the classic white box with several different paint options on the side, all from the Eastern Front. A lot of the parts are very similar to the late variant, but in grey instead of dark yellow. Some sprues have been swapped out for early version parts. Wheels are also greater in number, and the rubber tyre variant. Instead of the individual links, you get a set of rubber band tracks. Finally, you get some more tech tips and a much more comprehensive paint guide with this version. There are numerous paint schemes, including the world-famous Tiger 131 that you can see in the Bovington Tank Museum. Instructions are again similar to the late version, clear and easy to follow. The detail I think is a little lacking on these old kits, so I spruced it up a bit with some add-ons. The first is this photo etch kit from Edward. For around 15 quid, you get 3 full frets of photo etch, has all the latches, brackets and mudguards, so really adds a good amount of detail. I also printed myself a set of workable track links. These are far more detailed than the kit tracks and give you a realistic track sag that you would have on the real thing. These are available on my online store. I will leave a link in the description. To avoid the risk of flat spots on the gun, I printed a 1-piece barrel. Again, these are available on my online store. The final addition I got for the late variant kit is some Zimmerit rollers and epoxy putty. This is so I could apply my own Zimmerit to the tank. I will look to do a tutorial on this in the near future. For detail, I'm giving the kit a 4 out of 10. Whilst the detail is okay and the kit's a good base, it took a lot of add-ons to bring this up to scratch. The good news is there are a lot of add-on options out there on the market, which makes it a very customizable kit. Part 2. Quality and fitment. Now, being a Tamiya kit, we can take a guess at what's coming next. The quality is superb, and the fitment even better. Every Tamiya kit I have bought so far has had an exceptional level of quality and fitment. The plastic has a good feel to it, incredibly easy to snip from the sprues and clean up. The fitment, as always, is like a glove. No filling or sanding required here. If you're after easy Sunday afternoon model making, these kits are for you. That's why, as a base kit, these Tamiya models are fantastic. Nice and relaxing to put together, and with add-ons, you can choose your skill level. That being said, even the Edouard photo etch isn't overly complicated. The pieces come off the fret fairly easily, and the folds are relatively simple. For quality and fitment, I'm giving this kit a massive 10 out of 10. The plastic is really easy to work with, and the fitment is absolutely bob-on. Part 3. Value for money. These kits average somewhere between 25 and 35 quid, which is some of the cheapest 1/35th scale Tigers on the market. This either gives you a cheap build or allows some extra pennies for some additional goods like resin tracks and photo etch. For that reason, I'm giving a very good 9 out of 10. They are cheap, but like I say, quite basic. Therefore, I think the 9 is fair. Part 4. Experience. I have to say, these are some of my favorite kits to build, and I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Whilst the kit might not come with 4,000 parts to create one of 16 options, it does provide an amazing base for you to do what you want. With the mass array of add-on parts out there for these kits, you can truly make any Tiger you want. If photo etch and resin parts are not your cup of tea, then this kit also makes an amazing lazy Sunday build for any level modeler. I am becoming a bit of a Tamiya fanboy at heart. The fitment and quality never lets you down. The instructions are always correct, and you know exactly what you're getting before you even open the box. This kit might be old, but it is certainly gold. For me, it gets a massive 10 out of 10 for experience. If you have enjoyed this review and haven't already, can I please ask that you like the video and subscribe to the channel? That would be amazing. Final scores. This kit totals at a very respectable 33 out of 40. That puts it a very steady third place behind the Ryfield Firefly and the Tamiya Cromwell. That's it for this review. There will be a build video to come on the late Tiger, but for now, goodbye, and happy modeling everybody.